Welcome back. I'm now joined by Katie Nelson with Mesa County Public Health. Thanks so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So Mesa County, well, Colorado in general is on fire basically, and we have the smoke everywhere. And now it's not only affecting like wildlife and terrain, but our air quality.
Yes.
And you guys issued an advisory recently, right?
We did. So we issued another air quality advisory for wildfire smoke on Tuesday the 7th. So it's been on for a week. Prior to that, we had one for about 5 days, and then we had a couple days off. So we've been in an air advisory more days than not so far in the last couple weeks.
Okay, so what does that mean exactly for everyone at home? Like, what are they advised to do?
Sure. So different advisories can mean different things. The one that we have in place right now is for people in sensitive groups. So if you have an underlying respiratory issue such as asthma or emphysema, if you've got heart disease, if you are elderly, or if you're very young, if you have a very young child. So if you fall into that group, the smoke could be affecting your health. You might have some shortness of breath and coughing, that kind of thing. So it's important that those people don't do things like go outside and exercise really hard. So it's okay to go outside and go for a walk, but if you're a runner, maybe skip that morning run outside and try and find an alternative way to get your exercise in.
Okay, good to know. And what about the smoke inside? I mean, I'm sure people have their ACs on, their swamp coolers are going, they're pulling all that bad air in. What can they do?
So for air conditioners, you can turn your intake valve.
Okay.
And then as far as swamp coolers go, it can be tough, I guess, if we're moving into, if we do move into an unhealthy category and we have to push that wildfire smoke advisory up. However, unless you're, doing sprints in your home or doing heavy exercising, you should be okay, even if you fall into that sensitive category. But there are still some ways you can help keep your indoor air clean. So don't run your vacuum, don't be burning candles, that kind of thing. And then as far as outdoor air, you can also contribute by trying to limit your trips, and then also going inside to get things instead of going through a drive-through.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah.
Okay. And then another thing that I think a lot of people have asked about is masks. Are masks going to help when it comes to smoke?
That is a great question. So unfortunately, they won't. The smoke is essentially teeny tiny microscopic pieces of matter in the air. So a paper mask, the kind of mask that you could get from the hardware store, those aren't going to stop those tiny particles from coming through and you breathing them in. So you're really just adding a layer to have to breathe through when we're already in an advisory that could be tough on some people. If you are concerned about that, you can contact your healthcare provider. They may be able to help you with some options, but running down to the hardware store to get that isn't going to be effective.
Those are mostly for germs.
Yeah.
All right, great. Well, thanks so much for coming on the show and talking about it today.
Yes, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And we'll have all that information on our web channel as well, westernslopenow.com.